Hi there, I'm Stacey Denemke, founding owner of NutritionJobs. I'm so glad you are here. I run NutritionJobs, which is a career resource for nutrition professionals with resume and LinkedIn courses, workshops, resume templates, articles, and jobs. Again, thank you for being here today to actively prepare for your job search and for choosing this amazing profession as a dietitian. You're going to have so many job options available to you. It's super exciting. I want to give you the inside secrets to landing your dream job and achieving all your goals. So whether you are job searching, applying to dietetic internships, pitching a brand for paid partnerships, or wanting to collaborate with other dietitians or mentors, I want to teach you to approach this from a place of how you are adding value in the eyes of this potential opportunity to sell yourself so that you can show your value, show what you do, show what valuable experience you can bring, show what service or skill you can provide, and show your value by what pain or problem you can alleviate. And then you can attract and harvest opportunities by showing your value to land a dream job and achieve all your goals with a 5-step process today. So we will, number one, talk about setting your intention and vision. We will build out your all-star LinkedIn profile. We will talk about how to modernize your resume, how to identify your success stories, and how to connect with key professionals, and then to know that there is no dream job, that you can take the pressure off yourself to land a dream job, right? Because even the dreamiest of jobs have not so dreamy days. So each job or career step you take will teach you something to prepare for the next step that you will have and you will embark on. But you're going to have goals and strategies to find your next job, whether it's a dreamy job or not, and that's what I'm going to help with. So let's start with step one, thinking about your vision for your next steps. Think about your vision for the population of clients you want to work with. Think about your vision for the setting you want to work in. Your vision and intention become your key words, and your key words that you will then sprinkle throughout your professional profiles, your resume, your LinkedIn profiles. These keywords that you will be found with in search results. So when you're crafting your resume and your LinkedIn profile, your vision for how you want to be found will be your key words. So for example, if you want to work with brands for paid partnerships, then make sure to include those keywords in your profiles, like brand ambassador or recipe developer or nutrition blogger or nutrition educator or nutrition writer. Then you can start building out your profiles, and we can start talking about your LinkedIn profile. So your LinkedIn profile this is my profile, and I've completed all the sections and optimized them for opportunity. Next, you want to do is locate your dashboard on your profile to see what your current status is. And this is what it will look like in your profile dashboard. On the top right of your dashboard, you will see the little all-star status, or maybe you might see a progress bar telling you what needs to be completed. And when you've completed your profile, apparently, you will be coming up in searches more often, according to LinkedIn, 10 times, 20 times more, 40 times more, depending on which section you have completed. I have a LinkedIn checklist on my website that you can download. You can look for it on the homepage of NutritionJobs or on my Instagram profile as well. But I will highlight one section of your profile that you can focus on right away, and that's your headline. It's that section just below your name, and that is your headline. And if you know me and have followed my work, then you know that I love a formula for tough jobs like crafting your headline. So on LinkedIn, you have 200 characters to work with. So you want to include your role or job title or a service, keywords related to the work that you're doing, and then your unique value or signature achievement, or in your industry, your expertise. So an example might be lactation consultant at Milk for Baby. And then you can have the little vertical pipe symbol, and then helping new moms with infant feeding. And then another vertical pipe symbol, or you could use just spaces if you want to, or commas, author of Feeding Your Baby. So over on Instagram, I've got lots of reels and on how to optimize your LinkedIn profile with videos, information. So do follow me over there. Do check that out and give you some more ideas on how to optimize your LinkedIn profile, and then also get that checklist. All right, then now we can move on to modernizing your resume. And you can do this with what we call work success bullet points in your work experience section and in your volunteer section. So avoid having your work experience read like a job description, and use action verbs and leadership words to start the bullet point. So for example, instead of saying that you worked or assisted with people with gestational diabetes, you might add that you implemented a gestational diabetes snack schedule that increased client satisfaction from 70% to 95% satisfaction. You can include the general scope of the job, but also include those quantifiable success bullet points that speak to your value. And of course, I have a formula that you can use for crafting each bullet point. Using a formula, I always think formulas are fantastic, but they ensure that you have a blueprint for including and not forgetting elements to show your value. So it's the action verb like implemented, campaigned, centralized, organized, presented, plus the accomplishment and the outcome. Now, using numbers or percentages or other quantifiers like increased or decreased. Of course, I have a download of dietitian action verbs at this URL, nutritionjobs.com/dietitian-leadership-skills. It's a great article, has lots of good information in there, and it also has that download. So instead of saying that you participated in patient satisfaction surveying, you can modernize the wording to show your value. So you could say you increased satisfaction. So instead of saying, just the word participated, you could say increased satisfaction by 150% over 9 months by implementing a centralized menu selection service model. So it just shows more value. It paints a better picture, right? Better story. It really shows me what you're able and capable of doing. Another example is generated 1,100 online coupon retrieval consumer engagements for Supreme romaine lettuce with dedicated Facebook Live sponsorship segments over 7-day period. So again, it's just telling a better story. And then you can start preparing for job interviews or pitching conversations using your success work stories. The foundation to any work interview is researching, preparing, practicing, and practicing a little bit more to really cement your confidence during the actual event. So researching means understanding what the company does, the organization of the people, how they make their revenue, and then researching the people in your department that you might be working for, who you're going to be interviewing with. That is completely okay to ask. And then you can look them up on LinkedIn. And then after your interview, you can connect with them. Then also visualize yourself in the interview so that you can walk in or show up online with confidence, because you will have studied your resume. You will have studied your cover letter and your success stories. You will have studied the job description, and you will have studied and have available the questions that you're going to ask during the interview, not just answering questions, but questions you're going to ask so that it shows your demonstrated intent for this job. So you can use your success stories to add to an interview question, or even when pitching a brand or pitching a collaboration with a mentor or other dietitian. These stories can add to your professional story. So for example, if you have researched taste preferences for oral nutrition supplements in a clinic or private practice, you could talk about how this research came about because of a problem, how you involved the team and patients, and the problem that you solved. Then you can relate the success story to a specific skill set, such as your ability to work with teams, or your customer service skills, or your creative problem-solving skills. So then each success story that you collect can be used when answering behavioral interview questions, like, tell me about a time when you demonstrated problem-solving skills. And you can practice answering these expected questions. Behavioral questions are the big, deep ones that can stop you in your tracks. Tell me about yourself. Like they always say it's so fast too, but you can take control of the situation by anticipating these questions and preparing ideas for how to address them. And always with how you can add value in mind. So when someone asks you to tell them about a mistake you made and how you handled it, you can think in terms of the work skill you can highlight and how one of your success stories can show your value. You can map the stories out so you can better visualize the situation. And if you want to highlight your leadership skills, for example, you can apply your story about your patient satisfaction success story. Or if you want to highlight your problem solving skills, you can apply your menu correction story where you quickly communicated with the tray line supervisor. Then tell that story, starting with the problem or the situation that you had and what solution or how you solved that problem, and then what was the outcome. You can also get in the habit of work journaling to remember all of your successes. And I have a work journal on my website as well. So with that in mind, you can then use the STAR method or my show method for organizing your success story and how you tell that story and how you answer the interview questions. Both methods get you to the framework for a formula so that you can spend a proportionate amount of time on the different parts of the question. I think it's really easy to get in the story weeds of setting up the situation of a story when you get nervous. So the STAR method, show method, they're both acronyms. So show is the acronym for situation. The STAR is the acronym for the situation, the task, the action, and the result. And my show method is an acronym for situation, how, and outcome. I like my show method because I think it's easier mentally to think of a beginning, a middle, and an end to the success story. It's really the same information. It's just organized differently. It's just a quicker way to recall in the moment what the situation is. So here's an example. So the outpatient sports nutrition clinic was trying to recruit more participants for diabetic athlete program, or they were at risk of the program closing. So that's the situation. And then how did you solve it? You knew that you needed to advertise the services, the benefits, along with content for community engagement and enrollment. So you created a Facebook group with daily scheduled posts about the program, generated nutrition tips, and ran a few local targeted ads. The outcome was that you received a 25% increase in enrollment in the program within 60 days, allowing the clinic to keep the program running. So that really shows how you've added value. So I've got a worksheet where you can download for mapping out your success stories using my show method on my website by going to nutritionjobs.com/job interviewing for job-interviewing-workbook. The last section I want to cover are connections. Connections are everything. Collect connections with lots of dietitians, mentors, teachers. You can do this in person, on LinkedIn, or via social media, especially Instagram and Facebook groups for dietitians. As you know, your network is your net worth. And do connect with me. I can be found in a lot of places, including LinkedIn and Instagram, all at NutritionJobs. So I thank you so much.